Yeah, I mean, we won the game. That's all I really care about. I mean, it feels as good as BYU when I threw 3 picks and 100-something yards. I mean, we came out with a win. That's all that really matters.
Thomas Duarte said he thought it was really one of your best games. You went to him 10 times, 140 yards. Can you kind of describe your connection with him on the field?
I mean, it's awesome. I don't think I went to him as much as the defense made me go to him. I mean, anyone on the field can have a big game based on what the defense wants to take away, and they decided to let me throw to Thomas Duarte, and that's what we did.
The opinion of outsiders opinion was the season is at a point where it can go either way. Did you look at it that way? You needed to win, get it back on track.
We saw that we needed to beat Cal, and that's what we did. You can't look ahead, can't look behind, can't look at shoulda, woulda, coulda. We had to beat Cal, and that's what we did. And now we got to beat Colorado at home game.
Josh, how meaningful was it for you tonight to have a game like this against a quarterback like Goff?
It was as meaningful as every game. It's awesome. It's kind of cool to sit on the sidelines and watch a guy like that go at it. But every game is incredibly meaningful because college football isn't like the NFL. You can't just drop a few and sneak into the playoffs and like in a wild card and try to sneak into the Super Bowl through a playoff run. Every game means an incredible amount in college, and that's why you have to approach each week as they come.
Talk about your offensive line protection you got tonight.
They were phenomenal. Protection and in the run game. We didn't have Nate Starks or Paul Perkins, and we still ran the ball at will. They're incredibly tough. Colton Miller, his first start of his career, did incredibly well. Really didn't have much heat all night, and they put their bodies on the line. They're going through a lot, and I can't thank them enough.
You think this was your best game? You played great the first game.
I feel like I've played five great games and 5 great wins.
What's it like as a quarterback when you're throwing touchdowns and passing for 400 yards and moving up and down the field?
It's whatever. I just want to win football games because no one really cares about your. Well, at least we don't really care about statistics unless we win the football game. Loaded the box, I think, on like 2 or 3 different occasions where I might cover 0 when we had sort of a complicated little run scheme on, and it just won't work no matter how good you guys are.
Mm-hmm.
So what our offensive staff did a really good job of through the whole game is putting our incredibly talented offensive line and receivers in position to make plays.
Do you feel this was a step forward just to get back in the win column after 2 weeks?
Yeah, every time you win, it's a step forward. It's especially the bye week. I was sort of sore with 3 weeks without a win, and it was great to come out here and really put it to them.
Josh, you compared this to the BYU game. It was just a win. But at the same point, your first 7 possessions you guys scored, whether it was touchdown or field goal, kind of look back at that. What were you guys doing well just to be that in sync?
We're moving the football. I mean, there's so many little instances that make the media and make fans and everything say, oh, it was a bad or good game. I mean, I almost threw a pick on that very first drive rolling down the field when I threw the fade to JP and kind of really short-armed it. That could have changed how everyone's looking at this game, but really it's just like a few inches that make people, a few inches and a few certain plays that make people say, oh, you had a great or you had a bad game. I just think the cards fell in our favor, and we executed. Yeah.
Was this the ultimate display of resiliency? I mean, what you guys needed to do and to reroute the season? Yeah.
I mean, we want to go in every week and play as hard as we possibly can. We've been a little bit banged up, but it's the next man up mentality, and everyone's ready to go, and everyone's ready to fight. Every single person on the bench, sidelines, and on the field is ready to fight every tooth and nail to get another win.
I think 47 times is the most you've thrown in a game this year. How did you feel kind of throwing 50 times in a game like that?
I mean, you throw like 200 to 300 times in practice. I mean, with regards to like being sore or anything, you don't really, not really, but sort of just how you approach the game. I mean, you just kind of roll with what's working. I mean, we've thrown the ball well, so we kept throwing the ball. I mean, if something broke, don't fix it.
You're talking about them loading the box on a few specific plays. In general, do you think that they were giving you the pass more often than some other teams have?
Yeah. They were pressing me to step up and not be a freshman. And Our coaching staff has prepared me incredibly well for a lot of these looks. I don't really think I saw anything too out of the ordinary. I mean, Stanford and ASU put a lot of pressure on me, and maybe I didn't come up as big as I would have liked to. And I think that we showed pretty well today that we can handle anything that comes at us. So they wanted to try something new, or they just wanted to try something in general, and I thought we handled it really well.
Two more guys.
Was this an example?
You obviously preach team mentality, but what does it mean to you personally to set the school record for completions?
I don't really care. I mean, we won a football game. I think one of my idols is Kellen Moore, the winningest quarterback in the history of college football, and I think his name rings a lot more bells than I think it was the University of Houston quarterback or something that is the most passing yards of all time. I really don't care. I just want to win football games.
Was this an example of the kind of offense you can be on a week-to-week basis? 40 points against a good team.
Yeah, and we didn't even connect on a lot of stuff. I mean, I missed TD up on a wheel on the sideline. I terribly, disgustingly underthrew JP on near the end of the game on one of the little stutter route. I mean, we could have put up 500 yards and a few more touchdowns if we didn't have the holding call with Stevie on the little kind of jet sweep play. Then, yeah, I mean, we're just playing against ourselves, basically. We just want to play against our own potential and get better and better every week.
Thanks, Josh.
Thank you.
Thanks, Josh.